So let me give you guys an idea of how aggressive the Gang-Stalkers are. So I'll be actually passing over the interstate or a road, and the Gang-Stalkers will actually stop their vehicle right below the bridge that I'm about to pass over. Not just that, but then you have these people, as you can hear, beeping at me. So this guy is actually below me, and he knew to stop right when I was passing over. So he knew to do that. Like, it's not a coincidence that this guy is stopped right in the middle of the road. And that's just what you come to expect. So I don't record everything that happens, but certain things I think are record worthy, I will record them. But if you can, as you can see, I'm wondering if he's going to react to me as I pass over. So I'm going to just keep an eye on him. Not that making these videos actually matters, because I know it doesn't matter. I'm just saying. A lot of effort, a lot of a lot of stuff is going on at once out here. And I'm not foolish, like, I already know that it's pointless for me to even bother recording videos. It really is. I don't even know why I'm doing it. It's a waste of time. It really is. So one of the things that I've noticed is that I know that in other videos I said that it's the entire community. So the entire community is aware of the gang stalking, definitely, but it seems like there's a group of criminal thugs that are responsible for the actual stalking. Honestly, you don't get a lot of normal people who stalk. You get a bunch of criminals and stuff who do it. So the cops are about to pull somebody over right in this same area, and that's probably not a coincidence either. So a lot of things will happen at once. I'm gonna get to the other side and then come back around. So I want to see what the cops are up to. So from what I could tell, the actual foot soldiers and the people that are actually doing this stuff are like a bunch of thugs. It'll be like a bunch of criminals. The average normal person, if there is such a thing, you don't really see regular people terrorizing you. So I want to kind of not redact what I said earlier, but clarify what I said earlier. The main people who actually terrorize you, the main people will be like the thugs and criminals and stuff, like gang members. But every person out here is kind of in on it. From what I could tell, the thugs will do it, and they will sort of cooperate with what they're doing. So like, if the thugs wanted to terrorize you at a store, the people at the store will know about what they're doing and say, okay, you can come in and terrorize this guy and leave. So they're not going to be like actually out in the street terrorizing you. They'll simply be working with the stalkers to do it. So from what I could tell, but the foot soldiers, the actual people who are doing all the stuff, will be like criminals, like low-life criminals and stuff. So yeah, this cop is pulling the person over. It'll be mainly police and criminals who are involved in the actual stalking. So everybody else is just kind of going along with it, and that's how it works from what I can tell. Like, I don't see a lot of normal people actually stalking. Like, you wouldn't see like a perfectly normal, nice, regular guy actually stalking you. You won't see that. It'll just be like the type of person where as soon as you look at them, you know they're a criminal. They have like a criminal demeanor to them. And those types, so I wanted to clarify my position. Everybody's aware of it, but the criminals are the ones who are actually doing stuff. And from what I also could tell, the criminals there'll be a bunch of them, and they will like be around it, like circle you or be in your area. Like if I'm walking down the street, it'll be like a gang of people, like the gang members will all sort of drive around me or be like within the vicinity. So like if I do something, they can quickly respond to it. So it could be that there's simply a lot of gang members in this area, and these gang members are sort of just circling me like buzzards. Think about buzzards over a carcass. It'll be like 50 buzzards, and they will just circle the carcass and wait. So it could simply be that the gang members are just circling me and following me constantly. Like it'll be like 20 or 30 of them, and they'll just like be on the road. For all I know, they'll drive down the road, and then they'll make a U-E. Once they're out of view, they'll turn around and then come right back. I wouldn't notice it. I mean, you got to remember that we don't notice a lot of stuff that goes on around us because we're not really trained to pay attention to, you know, small details. So if you have 50 gang members constantly following you, they could actually be on the road and just circle, you know, be in your vicinity at all times. And there's the one headlight. So the point is that it could be that it's just that there's a lot of gang members working together, and the people out here know about the gang members. Like everybody knows what they do, but nobody's going to really like step to them or challenge them or do anything about it. So they'll just let them do shit. Like if I go into a grocery store, they'll just be like, oh yeah, such and such is fucking with the guy, so yeah, go ahead and just let them do this and that, and everybody just goes along with it. Like everybody cooperates. Or the gang members will pay them or something. Like the gang members be like, all right, here's 200 bucks. We're gonna get our guy in there and fuck with this guy. And the manager of the restaurant will be like, oh sure, go ahead. You know, so like everybody is aware of the stalking, but the people who are actually fucking with you would be like psychopaths and stuff. Like they have like a psychopath look to them, and I kind of feel like that they would have to be that in order to do what they're doing. But that might be how it works. So everybody knows about it, but I don't think every single person out here is actually, you know, on the ground doing stuff. Like I don't think every single human being is going to get out of their car and start fucking with me. I think, but then again, I don't know. I mean, to be honest, it's hard to tell. I mean, it's like it could be every person, or it could be a lot of people, or a select group of people who are just constantly circling you and, you know, doing shit around you. But it's hard to tell. But yeah, this shit right here, I'm trying not to be angry about it. I'm trying really, really hard to not be angry about this situation. And it does take effort and discipline to not be pissed all day long, because you would be pissed. You have no idea. Like, you have to be the type of person that does not easily get pissed and to deal with this, because this situation is the type of situation that would absolutely piss off anybody. That's why with certain people in my situation, they lose their fucking shit, dude, and start fucking going crazy and get violent and all that shit, because this is not a type of situation where you could easily just dismiss or ignore. These people will be at your fucking throat. But I'm just saying, like, you know, I just gotta keep shit under control, really. But hopefully you guys can see this. And yeah, like I said, I'll post videos from time to time, but I don't have a lot of faith in this channel's ability to make things right or do really anything. With that said, let me close.